首先呢，欢迎大家来到我们的个人化学习论坛。今天呢，我们跟大家介绍3位讲者。第一位讲者是来自 Silicon School Fund 的 CEO Brian Greenberg。Brian, do you want to say hi? 第二位是来自花莲县3民国小的施信源校长，欢迎校长。再来是也是3民国小的颜美雯老师，欢迎老师，非常好。谢谢3位都是远道而来哦。那我们今天在开始之前呢，我们先邀请诚志教育基金会的董事长方兴洲董事长来跟大家说几句话。
大家早。非常高兴在礼拜六，外面有一点点阴雨的时候呢，在这边跟大家，来谈个人化学习的这个事情。我自己是在网络上面先认识 Brian 的，因为呢，他大概在2年前在 Coursera 上面开了一门课叫做 Blended Learning。那时候我们认识了以后，我们就自学，然后呢就开始在我们比较互动亲密的几个学校里面，老师里面开始在学习说我们怎么样能够把过去几年我们从数位学习，然后做翻转教育，然后再进一步的推到这个所谓个人化的学习上面。那本来一直都是很遥远的在看着 Brian， 结果没想到这一次，冠伟跟安婷他们到美国去的时候，有机会认识了他，然后呢也有这个荣幸能够邀请他们来台湾，跟大家分享他们在美国的一些经验。那我想今天的讨论，除了Brian 他等一下分享他们在美国做的事情以外，另外呢，大家大概也知道，就是说我们现在有3所公办民营的学校，一个是花莲在玉里的这个3民国小，那另外一个在云林整民国小，那第3个呢是台东的桃园国小。那其实在这3个学校，我们已经都开始在尝试做这个混成教学、个人化学习的这个部分。那我想等一下 Brian 还有施校长跟严老师也都会分享这个部分。那我想诚志教育基金会过去几年一直希望呢能够结合教育的理论跟科技的应用，然后希望能够让学生的学习能够更有动机、更有成效。这几年来，我想我们在全台湾看到很多很棒的老师。有些我们原来不认识的，后来才知道说，哇，原来他们都做得这么好。那我想我们只是做了一个小小的一个作用。那其实更希望的就是说，能够因为这样子，能够让全台湾有更多的老师被看到，然后呢，因为他们做的改变，孩子也开始改变，这个才是我们真正所需要能够看到的事情。所以在此谢谢大家今天早上来。那我们就接着来听 Brian 跟我们的分享，谢谢。
Good morning. It's a real honor for me to be here with you today, and I'm excited to share some of what we have been learning in the United States, as well as to learn a lot from you all and from your principals here today.
非常开心能够来到这里跟大家见面。我希望能够把美国的经验呢跟大家做一个说明，同时我相信我也可以从台湾的经验当中有许许多多宝贵的学习。
I thought it would be helpful at the beginning to just tell you a little bit who am I besides someone who flew from San Francisco to be with you all.
那一开始我想先自我介绍一下，要不然大家以为我只是在矽谷旧金山飞过来的一位在教育基金会服务的人士，但其实呢，我的过去也跟教育很有关系。
Like many of you, I started in the classroom, and I was a teacher in Los Angeles at a very beautiful old high school that served very low-income students, despite where it was in its beauty.
事实上呢，我过去跟在座许多一样，我是一位老师。我的第一个教室呢，就是在洛杉矶。当时那一个学校它非常的老旧，而且我的学生大部分都是低收入户的学生。
And like some of our colleagues, I then had a chance to start a school from scratch as a founding principal of a brand new charter school near San Francisco.
后来呢，我跟在座可能其他的人一样，我有机会呢成为一个学校的校长。可是呢，我的这个学校是一个公办民营的校长，而且呢，我们是完全从零开始打造这个学校。
And these are some of my original students from that very first graduating class, so I'm still quite close to this day.
那这里大家看到的是我的第一批的毕业生，就是就是自己打造的这一所学校的第一批毕业生，一直到现在，我们的感情呢还是相当的亲密。
And from all my experience working in education, I learned some very powerful ideas about the power of starting new, what we would call startups, and how different that is than traditional bureaucratic education can be.
在我的教育生涯当中呢，我一直觉得能够去做创新的这一个事业，也就是说从一个新创公司开始，事实上是能够带来更大的改变。与其说在一个已经僵化的制度当中来改变，如果我们可以从零开始，我们可以有更好的一个效果。
The potential of technology to change education like it has changed every other part of our lives.
我们看到科技事实上它已经改变我们生活的方方面面。
And yet the importance of the teacher still, even with this new technology, that the teacher and the classroom and the principal still remain at the core.
可是我们可以看到，再怎么改变，任何一个教室里面呢，还是由学生跟老师作为最重要的一个主角。
So after my career in education, I was trying to figure out how I could have the most impact and what I would do next to figure out the best way to create new school models and to use technology.
所以在刚刚跟大家介绍的这个经历之后，接下来呢，我希望自己能够为教育做出最大的一个改变。我一直在思考，我接下来该做什么样的事情。
So we came up with the idea to create a fund, a combined philanthropic approach to raise money to start brand new schools.
那时候呢，我们就有一个很好的想法，我们希望能够创造我们自己的一个基金会，透过一种慈善事业的模式，能够让学校呢可以从零开始重新打造。
So back in just 2011, 6 years ago, we said, what if we could raise money to start new schools that could become a model for America and maybe the world about what new school models could look like.
所以呢，在6年前，其实2011年而已啊，我们就开始思考，我们是不是透过我们的这一个资金，我们可以打造一个全新的学校典范，而且这个典范呢，不只是影响美国的教育，我们同时可以影响全球教育。
And I know you recognize many of these companies. The founders and the families behind these companies have pulled their personal philanthropy, millions of US dollars, to help collectively see if we could create a new strategy and a new approach in the Bay Area, Silicon Valley of California.
在这里呢，大家就可以看到我们的一些赞助者。事实上呢，赞助我们的不是这一些企业，而是他们的创办人。透过这一些家族跟创办人，他们捐赠了上100万美金的金额，让我们可以集体的来彻底的去翻转在湾区旧金山的整个教育系统。
So in 2011, this was an idea and a dream. And 5 years later, in 2016, the map now looks like this, with each one of those dots representing a new school, almost all of which did not exist in 2011.
在2011年，我刚刚告诉大家，那只是一个梦想的种子。可是呢，在2016年，它成真了。现在大家看到的每一个点啊，事实上就是过去在那里什么都没有，而现在我们已经透过我们的基金会创立的新学校。
Many of these schools are some of the best schools in California and some of the most innovative schools in all of America that people now get on airplanes to fly to the Bay Area to go and visit these schools, which is what we dreamed would happen when we came up with the idea of this fund in 2011.
这些学校现在可以说是北美最具有创新能力的学校，很多人呢，他们长途跋涉会来拜访这一些学校。我们在2011年的时候，只敢梦想有今天这样的一个成果。
And the schools are both innovative, but they're also quite good. So the results that they have been getting, as one way to show this, is a slide with a target that we set that line that goes across the middle.
那我们的学校除了创新之外，我们在教学成果上面，事实上也非常的杰出。所以呢，我在这里有一张投影片，要让大家看到学生的成绩上的表现。我们中间的这一条线呢，它是我们在这个 California， 我们希望学生他们可以有的一个平均的一个表现。
And unfortunately in California, all the average of the schools fall below the target. And for low-income students who are from poor families, they fall even further below the target. But the 31 schools that we launched in the first fund are far exceeding the target, which we find a lot of pleasure in because there's thousands of children getting a better education.
那在这里大家可以看到，大部分在加州的学校呢，他们事实上是在平均以下。然后低收入户的家庭情况更是糟糕。可是呢，在短短的6年当中，我们所创造的31所新学校，它的这一个学生的成绩表现却是相当的卓越，这是让我们非常非常开心的。
So we hope we have something to offer today, but we also realize that we have a lot to learn. And all one needs to do is look at the international PISA scores to be so impressed with where China and Taipei scores.And frankly, a little humbled by where America scores. So I'm here to both learn as well as to share.
那希望今天可以透过我们在美国这一个6年的成功经验跟大家做分享。可是我在这开始正式提到我们的方法之前呢，我还是要跟大家说，我来到这里主要的一个目的也是来学习。原因是因为大家如果看2015年 PISA 的数学成绩，大家就可以看到，其实美国是大大的落后在台湾后面。所以从这当中呢，我觉得我今天也要带着一颗谦卑的心，因为我们的表现真的不怎么样，在这个部分我要跟台湾好好学习。
So let's talk about what these schools look like and what is this big idea of personalized learning.
好，我们现在就开始谈一下我刚刚讲的这些新学校，他们的面貌到底是什么？什么是个人化学习 （personalized learning）？
I would say the most important part of personalized learning is the idea of trying to get every student what they need when they need it, and trying to redesign schools and classrooms to make that possible.
我觉得它最重要的一个概念呢，就是学生在需要什么的时候，我们可以在那一个时间点提供给他，而且透过重新设计整个课程，重新设计整个教室学习的情境来做到这一点。
And there is no one single way or one single model. So I will not come and tell you today, please do this. I will give you the big ideas and the ways that this is possible. And then you all in your schools will figure out what is best for your school and your students based on some of these ideas.
在这里我要强调绝对没有一个单一的一个模式。我来到这里绝对不是告诉大家有这么一个一体适用的方式。事实上，我要给大家的是比较重要的一些观念，然后呢，在了解观念之后，大家要怎么样在自己的环境、学校来应用，这个就要仰赖大家自己的创意跟大家对于整个环境的认识。
I came to believe that this was so important a few years ago while I was watching a teacher give a great lesson in their classroom.
我为什么会觉得这个个人化学习非常重要呢？是因为几年前我自己呢在观察一位教室里面老师的教法，他给了我的一个醒思。
I was in the back of the room watching the lesson, and the teacher was doing a very dynamic lesson, but I realized for maybe a third of the students this was not the right lesson. They already knew the material, and they could have just skipped it if we had allowed them, and you could almost see their heads turning green.
当时呢，老师他事实上呢讲得非常非常的精彩，可是我坐在后面观察老师的教学的时候，我发现有1/3的学生，他们其实早就对老师教的内容完全已经耳熟能详了。所以呢，我觉得他们在那里发呆，完全不注意老师在说什么。他们，我觉得当时他们的脑袋可能都可以用绿色，他可能都发出绿光了。
And then another third did not know what they needed, and they could turn red.
那另外呢，可能1/3是完全不知道这个现在老师在教什么，那他们可能头呢就是可以用红色的这个灯来代替。
And for 1/3, maybe this was the right lesson, and they were in their sweet spots.
那仅仅在这么多学生当中，可能只有1/3是真正需要听那一堂老师在教的课的，他们就是黄色的这一群。
And then I realized that I did not know which student was which, and neither did the teacher.
可是事实上，坐在后面，我们完全不知道谁是红色的、绿色的或是黄色的，而且在台上教书的老师他也不知道。
And I apologize, the timing of this works better when we're not waiting for translation.
对，不好意思，因为有翻译的关系，所以我的这一个动画效果没有完全做出来。
So if I had to say all of personalized learning comes down to one idea, I would say it's this concept of student agency.
那我觉得，如果要把一个观念来说明什么叫做个人化学习的话，我会说我们要强调的是学生的主体性。
I think of the Taiwanese education system as one big boat with 2.4 million students sitting in the boat.
今天我们可以比喻台湾的教育系统呢，像是一个大龙舟，而这一个龙舟呢，它要扛是240万名的学生。
And right now there's a very few number of teachers like you breaking your backs trying to paddle to slowly move that boat down the river.
而现在呢，有许多像在座一样认真用心的老师，你们呢精疲力尽的想要把这一个龙舟向前滑动。
And the idea of personalized learning is what happens if we give the students the paddle and if we teach them to row with us, and the power of how fast we could move down the river if they cared as much as we did about this learning.
那我们个人化学习就是让大家有一个发想，今天如果学生每一个人也有滑，可以跟着老师一起滑，而且每一个人跟你一样在乎这一件事情，那他们有多大的热情，他们可以发挥的这个学习动力有多高。
So I want to show you a few very brief videos to get you a glimpse of what this looks like in real classrooms.
接下来我给大家看几个影片，让大家看到我们的方法呢，在实际教室上运作的模式。
The first video comes from Los Angeles in a school serving very low-income students. In our big cities in America, it's actually very different than here. Many of the big cities have many, many very poor students living in them.
那我第一个影片是在一个洛杉矶低收入户的一个社区。那美国的大城市跟台湾很不一样，因为很多低收入户的家庭其实都是居住在大城市里面。
And the teacher is doing a lesson on measurement with these students, which is very funny because I visited a school yesterday and the students were doing a lesson on measurement here in Taiwan.
那待会大家会看到学生正在学怎么样去测量，那这个非常有意思，因为昨天我在云林，我也去了一个当地的学校，他们刚好也在学同样的东西。
And all the students wanted to measure my feet because I have very large feet.
当时孩子很可爱，他们争先恐后的呢，要来帮我量一下我的脚的大小，他们从来没看过有人的脚这么大。
And this teacher is using a model where she has a small group of students with her, and she's speaking very intimately with them to make sure each one learns what they need. And then all around her in the classroom, there are other groups of students working on iPads or on Chromebooks, doing lessons that are sort of specifically tailored for them.
待会大家会看到这个老师呢，他会跟少少的几个同学在讲课程的内容，那种感觉大家会看到非常的亲密，非常有互动性。然后呢，教室其他的地方，大家会看到有些学生在用 iPad， 有些学生自己呢在做作业，每一个角落呢，学生都在按照自己的进度在学习。
And then the students rotate after maybe 15 minutes, and she does a little different version of the lesson with the group in front of her, so it's closer to what is right for that group of students.
然后过15分钟呢，大家就会再轮流，可能会有另外一批学生到老师前面，老师教的内容跟刚刚教的不一样，他会针对现在在他前面的学生，他们的学习的需求来做调整。
By the end of the lesson today, you will be able to measure objects in feet or in inches. That is your first job. Your second job is to look at an object and tell, should I measure this in feet or should I measure it in inches? So you will know you're successful when you can answer those two questions. Ready to rock?
Ready to roll.
Hold up your pencil. Would you measure it in inches or feet? Think to yourself. Whisper to your pencil, I would measure you in. The other essential thing that you have to know before you measure is what the halfway point is. Say halfway point.
Halfway point.
The halfway point is smack dab in the middle between two numbers. Mark, why would you measure a book in inches?
Because a book is too small.
Because a book is small.
very nice for a teacher to be able to be that close and just worrying about 3 or 4 or 5 students, and you could see how interested and engaged the other students were because of the way she had taught them what they were each supposed to do in the different parts of the classroom.
当老师可以跟学生这么近距离接触，那是多么好的一件事情。我们可以看到，老师基本上呢是可以直接的跟孩子在那边交流，而且呢，我们也可以感觉到孩子的兴趣是非常的高昂。
The second video will be from Summit Public Schools, which many of you may have heard of, one of the more famous charter organizations in America. And they have a very close partnership with Facebook to build a platform and a curriculum to share for free with schools all over the world.
那第二个影片呢，就是非常有名的公办民营学校，在美国的 Summit 公立学校，它事实上跟脸书有很好的一个合作计划，他们希望能够把他们的学习平台跟教学模式跟全球共享。
And this is a montage of a few different moments from one day when we were at the school filming and watching what was happening.
待会大家看到的呢是一个蒙太奇，也就是说，我们把学生一天做一个缩影，让大家看他们一天会做些什么事情。
And I'd love for you to pay attention to all the different models happening in one day.
我也希望大家可以好好注意，在一天当中，他们有多少不同的模组。
Sometimes the students are working in a very large open space, almost by themselves, almost silently, and they're each working on different lessons in that moment.
有的时候你会看到一个很开放的空间，学生在那里自己安安静静的学习。
Sometimes they are working in a classroom that looks much like a regular classroom with pen and paper and the teacher saying go and then jumping right into their work.
那有的时候我看到的是传统的教室，他们拿着纸笔在做笔记，然后跟老师互动。
Sometimes they are working one-on-one with the teacher or in a small group where the teacher is doing a little experiment with them.
有的时候又是一对一的跟老师在学习，甚至于有小的团体一起在做实验。
And also pay attention to the space itself and how flexible it is by being more open and having most of the furniture on wheels so it can be moved around.
另外，我希望大家在看的时候呢，也注意一下整个空间的配置。你会发现这个空间可以非常弹性的组合，而且呢，有很多的家具，它事实上是有轮子的，也就是说你可以随时的重组。
On your mark. Get set. Go. It's hard.
That might have worked the way I...
You can imagine being a teacher in this school, how nice it is to be with your colleagues while you teach, or to have moments where you're getting to work so personally with just a few students.
所以在这种学校的老师，他们也非常的开心，因为他们可以做很多不同的尝试。有的时候呢，是可以跟自己的同事一起讨论教学；有的时候又可以非常亲近的跟学生直接的互动。
The last video I will show you is from a school called Navigator Schools, which is very far to the south of the Bay Area in a very rural setting, which is actually known for growing garlic as their main output.
那最后一个影片是一个叫做 Navigator 的学校，这个学校呢，它是在湾区的南边，而且它是在一个非常偏远，可以说是像是农村一样的地方。它主要呢种植的作物是大蒜。
And in this classroom, the teacher has all of the students working independently on the computer, and she is by herself in the corner calling students up one at a time for one-on-one conversations.
在这一个情境，大家会看到学生呢，他们都各自的自己在做这个电脑上的作业，然后老师在角落，他会一个孩子叫过来，给他们一个的咨询。
She was teaching the concept of place values with tens and ones, which is a very important concept, and she wanted to make sure every student knew exactly what she needed them to know.
他当时的课呢是数学课，他在教指数跟记制，所以呢，他希望每一个孩子按照自己学习的这一个状况，能够了解到这中间的概念。
As each student came to her, she spent maybe 1 minute with the child and said, write the number 53, and she would check to see if they knew how to write the number.
所以每个孩子过来，他可能不会花很长的时间，他会先看看你们会不会写53怎么写。
And then she would say, make a little chart and show me, that you can do 5 10s and 3 1s, and then show me with the building blocks that you can put 5 10s together and 3 1s together.
然后他会让他们把这个概念具体化，也就是说，让我看到事实上50是5个10，然后3是3个1，然后呢拿积木用视觉化的方式让我看你怎么呈现53。
And if the students knew it, she sent them right back to their desk to keep working. And if they didn't know it, she corrected the one specific thing that they didn't know and made sure that each student could do all the 3 approaches that she wanted them to know.
所以，如果孩子都答对了，他们就可以回到自己的桌前，再做自己的作业。如果孩子在某一个地方不是很清楚，他会再花时间，一直到每一个孩子透过跟老师1对1的这一个咨询，把概念完全都学会。
And the teacher in the video is narrating and describing why she likes this model, because she can find out what every student knows and fix problems if she needs. So that's what she'll be saying if you don't understand the English.
那老师呢，待会的旁白就是强调他多么喜欢这一种模式，因为他可以清清楚楚知道每一个孩子的脑海里可以了解是红的、绿的还是黄的，他可以知道他到底了解的程度是什么，然后来帮他们做更正跟说明。
I think that the blended learning gives me the opportunity to be able to pull small groups because the computer programs we use in class is a really great way of letting the kids work at their own pace. And then while they're doing that, I can pull the kids who are struggling on the actual standards and the Common Core that we're moving towards. I can pull them at that time and really focus in on each of those kids' needs right then and there. And we do it on a daily basis on the actual standard I'm doing that day, so no one is going to fall behind.
And I know you are thinking, how do I get a table that I can write on? I like that.
大家可能很喜欢这个桌子，我也要一个可以直接在上面这个写东西的桌子。